This is Suspenders Unbuttoned podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Julie.
Join us for unbuttoned and unedited conversations.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Suspenders Unbuttoned podcast. My name is Sarah.
And I'm Julie, and we're excited to welcome back Mitchell Bourke. Welcome back, Mitchell.
Hi, ladies. It's so great to be here again. It's been too long, in my opinion.
Too long, yes. It's so fun to have you back, and for the sequel to the movie we had you on for the first time, and that was Royal in Paradise.
A Royal in Paradise. Yeah, you nailed it. Yeah. You nailed it, Sarah. That's right.
Yep.
And who would have thought that we would be making, a second journey, a second movie for these just beautiful characters? Again, it's just incredible. I'm so grateful.
Yeah, it's exciting. So you mentioned who would have thought that you would do a sequel. When did that actually come up? Like, when did that get decided?
Right. Well, the first one was released January last year, 2023. And then, all the hype and the buzz around it and people loving it. And that was amazing, and you just think, well, okay, they love the movie and that's just incredible. I always thought when reading the script that there was a potential, like we could extend this here. We could talk a little bit more about what goes on after the ending. Like what happens to Olivia and Prince Alexander, what happens to their family with all these new relationships that were formed at the end of the first one. And then funnily enough, Adrian Powers, my director, comes to me about June or July last year, and he sends me a message out of the blue. I think I was doing a play at the time. I was doing a play at the time. And he says, "Hey, just a heads up, the Haven Isles is calling." And I went, "Okay, what do you mean?" That's great. I know it's calling. People are loving it, right? He goes, No. The Haven Isles is calling for a return. And I said, I instantly picked up the phone to him. I said, "Hey, Adrian, what are you talking about? Can you please explain what you're talking about, please?" And he said, "People are talking about whether or not we're going to bring back the team, bring back the gang and make a second one." He says, "I'm currently writing it." I said, "Well, let me know how I can help, man. I will hold your pen if you need me to when you're trying to fall asleep. And I will write this thing with you and for you." And he said, No, just stay patient. And then, gosh, come to, September, October that same year, the script got sent to me, and then we were off and running within 2 weeks.
Wow.
And we were shooting within 4, and then we had finished it within 6 to 7 weeks. And then it was Christmas time. We finished it just around Christmas time, which is so amazing that it's a Christmas movie, and it's because Christmas here in Australia is quite hot. So
right.
to be shooting a winter Christmas movie, it was really it's similar to when we shot the summer movie in winter. They just love to do it. I think they love to see us struggle through what we're wearing because it brings out the best. I think we have the best in our acting ability. So that's actually where the movie came to fruition. When the movie came out that year, and they were already thinking about it that same year to get another one under their belt.
I love that.
Yeah, kind of fun.
Yeah.
So Royal in Paradise is Olivia finds out that Alex is actually a prince. And that's kind of the end of the movie. And they're, on the beach and in paradise. And we've moved into a Christmas movie. So tell us a little bit about where we find the two of them now.
Where we find them is back home in Alex's, where he grew up, like where Alex grew up, where his mum brought him up. We find them in his homeland, Torovia. We find them in his home castle, his home. And we see both Olivia and Alexander. He has a castle? He does have a castle, Julie. I, Mitchell, do not have a castle, but I wish that I lived in this castle that they built for this movie. I mean, it's stunning where they set this.
It's built for the movie, like a beautiful set.
Correct. Yeah, a lot of it, and I mean, a lot of it was the castle was already pre-existing buildings here in Australia that date back. I mean, they don't date back to when castles were around, but they date back quite a while, that had this really beautiful castle presence that painted the picture perfectly for what we were looking for. And I mean, the art designers in this movie are incredible. Like the way that they turned an old government building into this beautiful Christmas Torovian castle blows my mind. I mean, you're going to look at it and think that we are literally somewhere in the highlands of where a European castle has been built. But that's where we find them. That's where we find them in the middle of winter. I mean, we find them in New York, and then we find them traveling to the castle together.
To Torovia.
To Torovia. That's right. Yeah, to Torovia. I looked it up on maps, and it's a long time. It's a long time. It's a long time to get there. I think there's a couple boats, maybe a train. It's like that movie, Trains. What is it? Plane, Trains, and Automobiles.
Trains and Automobiles.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Yeah. Iconic. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't see any direct flights to Torovia.
I don't either.
Well, maybe they have a private plane.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Prince Alexander would definitely have a PJ, a private jet for sure, or a private chopper, something. I mean, Winston's driving it, if anything. He's up the front there, glasses on, just making it happen. Yeah.
He can do anything.
He can do anything. Yeah, that man. I mean, getting them back again was just like so fun. You know, we had such fun on the first movie, and to bring everyone back was just incredible. Yeah,
I love that. So this one is a royal proposal. So right away we know there's going to be hopefully a proposal. So tell us a little bit about how that sets up the movie.
Yeah, the audience knows that Alexander's building towards something for sure. And we see that Olivia Rhiannon has no idea. And he's sweating his boots the whole movie, trying to figure out just the perfect moment to tell the woman that he loves that he wants to spend the rest of his life with her. And as life and stories do, they present challenges. And he fumbles with this box that he has had in his hand for a while, many times, almost drops it. And it has to be perfect, because as a male, you want these things to be perfect timing, the perfect moment. And it's just not the case sometimes. And what this does prove is that communication between each other is important, I think, as well. Yeah, so that you don't have to go it alone.
No. So what you're saying is there's a series of unfortunate events.
Oh, big time. Yeah. An unfortunate series of unfortunate events. Yeah, and communication problems. That's right. Yeah. Pretty sure I almost lost the ring once. I actually did. And yeah, I placed it down when I was coming out of my makeup. And for some reason I had it because I wanted to prepare, and I put it down somewhere, and I walked out and I was on set, and then I was kind of fumbling to find it. And they went, Mitch, are you ready? I said, yeah, just give me 1 sec. And I'm trying to find this thing. And next thing, my beautiful costume designer just presents it. She's like, you need something? Yeah, I nearly died. It gave me the best kind of acting tip ever. You know, I felt like I knew exactly what Alexander was going through. Right. The stress of losing something that precious, right? That is just so intense. Yeah.
It's hard to film those scenes if you don't have the ring.
Yeah.
No, the movie's done.
Somebody get us a ring.
Maybe that's why they shoot it out of order. Yeah, maybe that's why they shoot it out of order. Because they know that we're going to lose those things.
Done first.
Exactly.
So tell us a little bit about Alexander and how he might have changed since we last saw him in Paradise.
Alexander has changed, I think, in many ways. I mean, he's grown up a lot since the last film. He's taken on the foundation that he said that he would in honor of his father. and he's been doing that for a while and dealing with donors, trying to like navigate a relationship with someone now in his life, and he wants to be that golden, beautiful partner and for Olivia, whilst having to be the royal in the spotlight, and he's really trying to juggle that. And in classic, I don't know, Alexander fashion, then he wants to throw in a proposal right in the middle of that. He thinks that he has it all under control, when really he doesn't. So we see Alexander, have this spirit for life that he had in the first movie, but he's I think out of reach. He thinks that he can do everything, and that's what this movie shows, that he sometimes he doesn't need to have to do everything on his own. You need people around you. But we've seen him come from the island and now dealing with the reality of life that he was pushing away for so long when it comes to his royal protocols, as well as taking on the foundation. So we see him struggle, which is hard to watch, and we want to slap him in the face a bit and say, just wake up, look at the people around you that are trying to help you. But he doesn't, in male fashion. No, I'm okay, I can deal with it. But no, it's okay to look around and actually ask for help, especially from your partner, because you want to be the best person for your partner. You don't want to ask for their help because you want to have everything under control.
Right.
So I think we learn that Alexander learns that through the movie, which is really lovely. It's a lovely arc to play. It's a lovely arc to witness as well. So yeah, that's where we see him right now. In that state.
And because it's a sequel, you're working with Rhiannon Fish again. She plays Olivia. Does that make things easier, harder, more complicated?
It makes things more fun, Julie. I mean, it makes things fun. Yeah, what you said, easier. She just brings so much to set. And me, in my childlike state, we just get along like a house on fire, because her and I can just throw things at each other and bounce off each other, especially from the first movie. And I hadn't seen Rhiannon since we finished filming, but we stayed in contact because we just got along so well in the first movie. And these movies happen so quick, and you don't get to know the person that well that you're falling in love with, and you know what I mean? So I said to Rhiannon, I want to stay in touch. She said, absolutely. And then also her face and her excitement when she found out that there was a sequel was 10 times mine, because she lives and breathes life. I mean, we were just both so excited. So when that first day on set, when we saw each other again, it was hugs. It was just nonstop smiling. And then the whole filming process, I mean, we're each other, we say this to each other, we're each other's partner in crime when it comes to being on set with each other. And that swings both positively and in a cheeky way, because we can bring out the best when it comes to work, and we can be a bit cheeky as well.
I feel like we need to hear more about this cheeky part.
I mean, the occasional let's put your gloves over there and see how well you go to find them, or hey Mitch, just hey Mitch, why don't you what did she do that really I got to throw my mind back to, because it's too much. She does it all the time. She'll just, when the camera's on me, the camera's on me, and many times would she be behind the camera, just throw me a little wink every now and then, just to throw me off a little. She's not that mean. I mean, it was in a scene when I didn't need to remember much. It was more just like one of those quick little grabs, one of those things. But I mean, the banter on set when it comes to needing to pull, like, just to get a bit of energy going, we would just stare at each other and try not to blink, basically. and just pull faces, because sometimes being on set, you, like in anything, you go through the motions. It's like, will we get through this?
Right.
But having someone like Rhiannon is just the best thing to have. Like, the best. She's the best person to have, because she gets it. She's so much fun. Yeah, I think I've said that enough, because she truly is. She is the definition of fun. Yeah.
I feel like that's easy to believe after just having that one conversation with her we've had a few months ago. We laughed the entire podcast between her and Chris Russell together. We just laughed. Lots of fun. Yeah. So it sounds like set was mostly fun. And
well,
I think
it was,
that
because
comes through in the movie. Yeah.
it is. And her physical comedy, I mean, she can just throw her body around and like just throw it everywhere and just make it make sense and make it look real. Like, it's not an act. Like, it's like Olivia would fall like that. Olivia would run like that. And Olivia would pull those little faces that she pulls, because Rhiannon just has such great comedic timing. I mean, she's like a comedy genius, really, when it comes to this, but it's like saturated in truth. And I'm like, how do you do that? I just need some of that, because Alexander, he wants to have a bit of fun. Like, she throws reindeer ears on him and he literally stands there and he doesn't know what to do apart from just kind of throw a smile. I mean, with her family, and he's never experienced the family thing. So, like, the fun family thing, and he's finally realizing where she gets it from. Alexander wants to have that fun, and Mitchell wants to have that fun. And he's a little envious of Rhiannon getting to have all the fun while he's over here just sweating bullets, trying to propose, trying to hold together the family. I mean, it's, what do they say? Art imitates life. That's like Rhiannon and I. Just art imitates life.
Well, you always know that royal, whoever the royal is in the movie, they're going to be the stiff one. They're going to be the one that needs loosening up.
Right. They're on show. It's like they have an expectation on them.
Yep.
It's really true.
The weight of the kingdom.
There's a weight on them. Yep. So
the weight. That's right.
Yeah. You mentioned Olivia's family being there. So her family joins you at the castle.
That's right.
So tell us a little bit about the family dynamics that we get to see.
Yeah, we see Olivia's family come into the castle, all bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, like they're from a small town in America. I actually can't remember exactly where they're from. It'll come back to me.
Someplace as real as Tarovia.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, exactly. But they come in, and they're so lovely and so different to my mother, because you have Olivia's mother, who's just so happy to be there, wants to play Christmas games, and her dad is just like this lovely soul who's just so supportive of his wife, and just kind of stands there and just so happy to be back with his family. And they bring in this raw, real family dynamic compared to my mother and I, which is just, it's a very what's the word I'm looking for? Professional relationship, right? I have a professional relationship.
Are different when you're a prince.
That's right. And it's very true. Like, the expectation to tie my shoe, or to how I address, I think how I go to the toilet, there's an expectation, make sure that there's no noise coming from the toilet, is like not royal protocol. And there's this scene, but anyway, I won't get off track. Seeing Olivia's family come in, seeing Olivia light up with just such energy when her mum's there, but then we slowly see how families are, like little cracks show, little annoyances show, because all Olivia's mum wants is just to have a big family Christmas and for everyone to sit under the tree and have, have stories, play games, just be laughing and smiling. But that's unfortunately not the way with the royals. So she's trying really hard just to get everyone just to pull a Christmas cracker with her, and it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen right until the end. Which, it's kind of sad. It's really sad that no one buys into it straight away. And her family also. Same with my family did, like with my mother in the first movie, questions whether or not Olivia should be there. Like, is Olivia going to fit in? And it's funny that outside voices can really test your inner voice when your inner voice is really strong, but then the little outside voice, the people that we hold like the highest regard, when they give us a little piece of their mind, and it makes us start to second guess ourselves. That's what happens with Olivia. She's not too sure if she's going to really fit in. It's kind of similar to the way that she felt in the first movie, but now that she's here and living it, she can see it. Like, she can actually see there may be a problem here. I may not be what he wants me to be or needs me to be. Yeah, or what they need me to be. The people of Torovia. What do they need me to be? I'm not sure that I can live up to be that. Yeah. And that's what her family
to be having when you might be getting proposed to at any moment.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, Olivia kind of picks up on it a little bit in the movie towards kind of the middle. But it takes her a while. I mean, I think I make a couple of attempts before she realizes. I think I slip up a little bit. Yeah, but that's true, right? Like, all of that, it hits her in the face. The reality hits her in the face,
Yeah. Don't you think this is why people love these royal movies, though? Is they love that trajectory that has to be worked through with the commoner and the royal.
Right.
So
Right. Yeah, it is a fairy tale from the dawn of, like, since the Cinderella time. I mean, there's been fairy tales like this because we want to see the relationship blossom despite the titles, despite the baggage.
Obstacles.
It's like, if two people love each other, they'll make it work. Yeah, despite the titles, and we want to see that. I mean, you'll see Olivia in this gorgeous, I think one of the most gorgeous dresses I've ever seen. And go, how is that girl not going to fit in? She will rule that castle with her eyes closed. I mean, come on.
I was just going to ask, do we get the money shot? We want the shot. If we're watching a royal movie, there's got to be the prince in the whole prince outfit, and he's got to be in the Cinderella gown of some sort.
I mean, ladies, yeah. I will tell you this. If you thought that my royal outfit in the first one was quite nice, the royal outfit in this one takes it to a whole nother level.
Okay, the next level of royal outfit. Got it.
The next level of royal outfit.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, and Olivia is being dressed by a royal, people. So her outfit is, like I said, out of this planet. Just insane. Yeah.
Plus,
I'm just going to leave you with that.
Yeah, Rhiannon's so beautiful. So to put her in a gown like that,
it's almost unfair. I know.
Right.
Yeah. Right. She's stunning in this movie. Stunning. Yeah.
People want that. They want that moment. They want that royal, like, this is it.
The ball, the whole thing.
I think they're going to get it. So hold on, because it's quite spectacular. It's very magical.
So let's talk a little bit about the Christmas aspect, because this is part of Great American Family's Christmas lineup. So what is so special, like the special Christmas feeling about this movie?
I mean, the special Christmas feeling about this movie is the warmth that it brings. I mean, we're in this snow-covered castle with wreaths and tinsel and lights, bonbons. I mean, the whole place is just decorated with red and green and sparkles, and a massive, massive Christmas tree that is like the centerpiece, which is just when you walk in and those doors open, you just instantly feel that kind of buzzing feeling you get about Christmas. And then the love that's shared between Alexander and Rhiannon, with Olivia, sorry, let me say that again. The love that's shared with Alexander and Olivia as he witnesses her walk through this Christmas castle. It's truly magic. I mean, I remember being there, looking at it all, witnessing and it was coming up to Christmas when we were filming, and it made me feel so good because Christmas is one of those times of the year where I feel honestly my best, because I can pull out a sweater and, I can sit down with my family and I have the conversations and I have the fun and the chats that I've been wanting to have all year that Christmas allows, I think. And that's like this movie. Like, Christmas allows people to be in a space with their family and have the fun and the laughter and the conversations that they've been wanting to have all year. And this movie just brings that Christmas magic. And I loved, because I've never had a white Christmas, and I really, really want to have a white Christmas. Yeah, I've never had a white Christmas. No, it's been a sweaty Christmas here in Australia.
Right.
Don't visit either of us.
Yeah, right. Okay. Vice versa. I was like, I really want to go have a white Christmas now. I really want to fly to, I could fly to America and get a white Christmas. I could fly to France and get a white Christmas, right? Like Switzerland. Take me there. There's something really magic about when there's snow on the windows and it's falling outside and there's Christmas music playing and you're all surrounded by the Christmas tree. It doesn't lose its effect. It enhances it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it makes there's nothing more magical than a beautiful snowfall. I'm just going to tell you, it's just if it's falling and it's night, we'll turn the lights on just so you can see outside. And,
Right.
It's magical. You need to do it at some point in time. Go there. So you gave us some special costuming pieces already to look for, but did you have a favorite locations or set that you filmed on?
Filming in the old government house was really, really amazing. That's where we shot a lot of the castle scenes, because all the upholstery is in like all castle-like, so they didn't have to do much. Even down to the chairs that the place already had was so in the ballpark of what we were looking for. So it'd be that, like filming in the castle. Otherwise, filming in this restaurant, I don't know if it was because of the lighting, or the way that it was set, or the costume I was in and that the costume Rhiannon was in. And it's the beginning of the movie. It just felt really really cool, because it was low lit. We were shooting the movie again. I was like, this is where I'm meant to be. This is exactly the feeling I want to have every day.
Nice.
But it sets us up from New York to a hard cut to Torovia. We're in like this ritzy New York, and then we go into this warm, cozy Torovia in the castle. I mean, I think that was pretty cool. The two juxtapositions of sets. But unfortunately, we don't have any Haven Isles or summer or anything like that, which is okay. Like, I wasn't fussed by that because I knew that it was a completely different movie. I mean, sure, I missed getting in the water. I missed the sun, but it was beaming sun when we were filming. I'll tell you that much. Beaming. Yeah. And we were in full winter get up. I don't know. I I'll give you a little thing. The last day of filming, we're in the studio and I'm filming a lot of my car action stuff.
Car action.
And car action, yeah, it's hopefully it's as fancy as it sounds as it looks as well. I'm in the back, I'm in head to toe my suit, and then they put a jacket on me, and then they put the gloves on me, and then they put the scarf on me. And Fahrenheit, it's nearly probably 92, 95. And I'm in the back of the car and we're shooting this scene where I have to take calls, read through the papers, look out the window, take calls, read through the papers. And it's getting on. And I get out of the car after about 2 and a bit hours of filming, and I get out of the car and I take the jacket off, and then I take my suit jacket off, and I have pulled just the nicest sweat mark you've ever seen. And I go back to my trailer and I wasn't feeling too good, and I sipped on some water and I took a lie down, and I actually got heat stroke.
Oh.
Yeah. Overheated.
I overheated that much that I got heat stroke, that the nurse said that I needed to stay in there for like 30 minutes and like, how do you cool down? But the opposite cool, is it cool down? I think so. Yeah. And I couldn't go back to set for about 30 minutes.
Come on down.
Yeah, it had to drop. But I've never felt that in my life, the dizziness. But anything for the craft, right? I mean, I'll do it. I will do it. Get me in there.
I feel like next time it's okay to put like in your contract, I need a fan.
There were fans.
I'm sure there were. Yeah.
Cool packs.
But it didn't help. It didn't help.
Yeah. It was hot.
Yeah.
It was hot.
It was hot.
Because you filmed in Australia, right?
We did. Yeah, we filmed in Australia. Again, it was an amazing place to film. Yeah, but you cannot tell. You cannot tell that we're filming in Australia, because I get to look at some of the shots. And the filmmakers are incredible. Like the trickery that they come up with to make it look like it's not where it is. It's magic. Like it truly, when they say movie magic, they mean it. Yeah. Right. It's something special. Yeah.
Yeah. So you had the same production company and the same director. So it was really like bringing everybody back together for this one. I think you can really see that. Same style of great.
It is.
So
it is.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna jump onto your point that bringing a team back together that knows how the first one went and operates, to then bring them back again when everyone knows each other, the dynamic just falls into place so much easier. You know, we know what we're heading for. We can share a lot more. We can share a lot more laughter on set as well, because it's like the movie. We're just getting the family back together.
Right.
Yeah, which is great. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it felt really seamless, so that was great. Okay, so I feel like that was our Easter egg, looking for that car scene. But is there another costume or prop or a little Easter egg you can have us look for while we're watching this? Can't talk.
Another Easter egg. I mean, he did give us, costumes.
I mean, I feel like that was a good one. Yeah, but if you have another one.
I'm trying. The sweaty car scene.
I'm trying. I know the sweaty car scene. Hopefully I don't look sweaty in the car scene, man.
I bet you won't. I bet you'll look good.
Gosh, another little Easter egg. Oh, I would try and spot when I bring Olivia into the library, just how many books are actually surrounding the shelves, because that was a real library used by the king and queen when they came to Australia, or the queen back in the day, when Elizabeth came to visit Australia. It was used by her, so that's pretty cool. No, I need another fun Easter egg, don't I? I need a fun Easter egg.
Actually very cool.
That is very cool.
It's very cool. Real books in that library.
Yeah, real books. Yeah,
It's
and
not
they
just
cannot be
props.
touched. They cannot be touched unless that you're wearing white gloves. So no one was
Oh,
allowed to touch them. No one was
wow.
allowed to touch them. Yeah. Hmm.
And speaking of the library, isn't there a copy of Olivia's book in there?
There
So that's
is.
part of the plot too. Yes.
There is. There's actually multiple Olivia Perkins books in that library. Hmm. Yeah. So I would look out as to why those books are in such an old library and how they got there without the Queen knowing.
I love that.
Yeah,
Because
I would look
the
out for that.
Queen, she knows everything.
Right.
The Queen
Except for
does know it, except for what?
except for the books, how they got there. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Love it. Okay. So give us 3 words that could describe this movie.
3 words I could describe this movie. Just gonna think.
Yeah.
I want to get it right, or close to right.
No
I would
pressure.
say no pressure. I'm not overthinking this, am I? 3 words to describe this movie would be magic, nail biting, and deck the halls.
Deck the halls. That's a
Yeah.
great description for a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Right. I actually
And
think
then,
it's a really fun that you guys jumped from a summer beach movie into a Christmas royal movie, and that just wouldn't work for very many movies that were a summer beach movie. Was there a plan always
right.
to do a second movie, or was that kind of a surprise?
I mean, it was a surprise to me that there was going to be a second movie, let alone that it was going to be not in a beach setting, that it was going to be in a castle in the middle of winter. And you can't prepare for those things. You just get thrust into them.
Right.
They give you the costume breakdown, they give you the script, and then you just got to dive straight into it. But coming from the first movie and knowing these characters, I mean, such a joy that we could throw ourselves back into these roles again.
Mhm.
I don't want to say that it came easy, but it came a lot easier that we had already done it. And if anything, there was more pressure because
Oh,
people know and love these characters, and if you don't embody them this kind of the same way that you did, but now in a different setting, and there's little slip ups because there was such a long time between filming. I mean, we filmed the first movie in June of 2022, and then we filmed the second movie in November of 2023. It's a little bit of a time jump in life, like in my life. So I needed to really go back to how I approached Prince Alexander in the first movie, gather all that up, and then think about, okay, so no, some time has passed. I think at least a year in the story, and how I'm going to approach him now as this person who has had a successful relationship for a year, is doing well with the foundation. So it was a challenge. Like it was easy. It was easy because I knew him, so I had to access it in my brain. But it was a challenge because I wanted to do the best version of him that I could, so that the fans would instantly go, "Oh, yep, there he is. He's back. You know, that's him. I see him. He's just dressed up a bit more now, and it's not summery, and it's not, you know, yeah, they're not playing volleyball. They're making wreaths or they're dressing the tree, you know, and to bring that back again, that was a challenge."
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I don't know if I was just being targeted, but every time I would open up my Prime app there was the movie, you would pop right up. So I think
Oh,
I
no
think it
way.
must have
Oh,
done
that's so
really
cool.
well streaming. So to see it pop up all the time made me think, well, people are watching this,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So I could
Oh,
see how
that's so cool.
you would feel a little bit of that, almost like a pressure to get it just right.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I don't think it's an outside pressure. It's more of also a pressure
Yeah,
from
right.
yourself. The
Yep.
pressure that you put on yourself. Yeah. Because you want to make sure that the people who watch it enjoy it again.
Right.
But I really hope, but I also really think that people will really enjoy this second movie because
Mhm.
it's the characters that they fell in love with the first time, but they're back, you know, they're back again and in a different setting. It's like,
Right.
how are they going to deal with this now?
Right.
Mm.
Do you think this movie sets up a third movie?
You're very good at what you do. Do I think that this movie sets up a third movie? I really hope so.
Yeah.
I really hope so. Yeah, I really hope so.
Yeah.
You'll just have to, if anything, that's maybe an Easter egg you could look out for as well.
Yeah.
Whether or not it sets
For
up a
sure.
third movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll look and
yeah,
see.
I think
You
you
know.
will. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like people have really been enjoying the movies that have had more than one step to them, that they don't just end at that first kiss or whatever, that you get to see more, see the characters develop and learn more
Yeah.
about them.
Yeah, I agree. Give us more, right? Like we want to see what
Right.
happens.
What
'Cause it
happens
can
to
be
them? Where do they go?
Yeah, it can be frustrating when you get to the end of the movie and you're like, "Ah, come on, I just wanna see it again." But I think
Right?
people, when they found out that this was happening again, like, there was just this a mounting joy from people. Like, people
Yeah.
were really excited that they got to see these people again, which is really humbling. It's really nice to see, but it's a credit to the writers with Adrian and Kyra, and it's a credit to Jaggy Entertainment to make a movie like that people really fell in love with, that they wanted to see again. And we're about to give it to them, truly. Like, this movie is spectacular in every sense of the word, and it brings all of the fun that the first one brought, but it also makes you question so much more because of this second one, when it comes to relationships with not only your partner but your family. So I'm excited for people to see it.
What are you hoping that the audience will take away from this?
I'm hoping that they'll take away Christmas present ideas.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that they'll take away that mothers are so important, and just listen a little more to them. If they want to set the tree on a Monday at 10 a.m., you do it. Just do it. It'll take you so much less time than saying no for a week, and then the feeling's gone. And I think, again, just that if you truly love someone, you can make it work. That it is possible. Yeah. You know, I will say this, another little Easter egg that I just remembered was there was a scene written that unfortunately we didn't get to do. And I kid you not, this is what happened. They wrote that Olivia and I were meant to have this romantic ice skating scene. And when I found that out, I took myself ice skating by myself so that no one would see me fall over, because I did. I fell over a lot of times because they give you those old used boots if you're not a member. And so I'm pretty sure, you know, kids and older men had used them because they stunk a bit. Anyway, I put them on and I'm out in the ice skating rink and I'm ice skating and I'm trying to talk as I'm doing it. So I probably looked really weird, but luckily I had my hoodie on. And then it comes to maybe a week or so out, and then Adrian tells me, he's like, "Oh yeah, we're not doing that ice skating scene anymore." I went, "You're kidding. You're kidding." Great. I just spent however much money and time on the ice skating rink. Well, at least I have that to add to my CV now. But it
Yeah,
would have
there you
been, yeah. But there's a really lovely, cute scene that they've swapped it out for, which
Okay.
I think people will really love.
Okay.
So we'll have to guess
look,
which scene that is. Yeah.
yeah, I would guess which scene was replaced.
Okay.
Maybe for the
Mhm.
third movie, we'll get like a Royal on Ice or like
There you go.
Right.
there you go.
Maybe we should pitch that to Disney.
Now that you've done all
What
her
Disney on
nice, yeah, I believe that is the thing. So what you're telling us is that you didn't grow up with an ice skating rink in your backyard and your dad flooding the backyard to skate.
Oh no. If the backyard was flooded, we'd pull out one of those long tarps. We'd put a bit of washing liquid on it, and we
Oh
would
yeah,
run,
then you
and
go.
we would
We do that in the
drive.
summer.
Yeah.
Slip and
That's
slide.
what we would do.
On the hill.
Yeah, the slip and slide. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I
Yeah.
broke my brother's leg once doing that because he was in the way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna confirm
No
that was
remorse, though.
probably a possibility.
No remorse, just full cannonball, just down the slide, down the hill. Yeah.
Julie, how
No, there
many
was no ice skating going on.
injuries have you gotten?
Yeah, it's much better since they put a lot of regulations in place. But early in my career, a lot of slip and slide, serious injuries. 100%. They used to also have stakes on them to hold the plastic down.
Yeah.
That was not a good decision.
That is not a good decision. I'm sure you ended up with one in your eye.
Well, I work at a children's hospital, so
Wow,
You know.
Julie. Okay.
we see
That-
we see all of that. So much I'm like, yeah.
You're a slip and slide queen. I love that.
We see all the accidents. I mean, they all come
I
there.
bet.
But
I
you know, that's a good choice, but no ice skating rink, huh? So, but now you have that. You're gonna add that to your list of things you've got. I can ice
Mhm.
skate.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. And I hope Sarah's right in saying that in the third movie, we'll see some ice skating. Yeah,
Royal
we'll
ice
see some ice
skating
skating.
adventure.
Yeah.
Tell us do you have any other projects that we can look out for? You have anything else coming out this season or in the near future?
There's some things that are coming out over here in Australia, and I hope that they eventually come over to the States. Some things that I've been working on, but there's nothing coming out this season apart from a Christmas Castle proposal, a Royal in Paradise too. So I'm really excited for that, and I'm really excited that people get to see it. But luckily, I just got my visa for the States, so I'll be able to work there a whole lot more, which is really, really exciting. So I've been in conversation with Great American Family and Great American Community, and well, yeah, we're hoping to get me over on a few more sets and a few more projects over there very, very soon.
Nice.
So,
Oh, that's exciting. Very exciting.
yeah, because I love that family. They produce such fun movies. So it'd be a joy to be able to be in a few more of them.
Yeah.
And a
Well,
Christmas
I'm sure
movie.
the fans would be excited to be able to see more of you. Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice. Thank you.
Yeah. And a Christmas movie. Everybody loves a Christmas movie, and we're excited to see this adventure for Olivia and Prince Alexander. Like, we don't normally get to do that. Normally, you just get the Prince movie. Like that's you get it's a one and done.
So true.
Yeah,
so true.
This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun for us too. I mean, my first sequel. I've never thought I'd do a sequel. So it's really, really cool that I can say that I did a sequel. Yeah.
Have you done a Christmas movie before this either?
Never done a Christmas movie before.
We're just
No.
checking off all the boxes, aren't we?
Yeah, I know. I mean, it was exciting. When it comes to Christmas, it's a movie. My Christmas time is a movie. Like life is a movie. So to be able to do that on screen, so much fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of Christmas movies, let's move into our favorites game. Do you have a favorite Christmas movie or something you always watch every year?
I do. We have two that we jump between. National Lampoon's that is my all-time favorite, purely because my dad is the biggest fan, and so the joy on his face when he gets to watch it and the laughter, it's on cue every year. This joke is said, dad laughs. This joke is coming up, dad is laughing already. It's like I get such enjoyment out of that. And my brother and sister will be able to attest to that as well, because it is a religious thing. And then we jump into something which is a bit more holy and good spirited and warm, like the Polar Express. We watch the Polar Express every Christmas Eve. It'll be on whether or not we're watching it or not. It's on in the background, because as we've got older, you know, we want to talk a bit more and conversation flows. So, but we always put it on in the background. So those are my two. Yeah. How about you, ladies?
Good
Do you have
ones.
favorites?
I mean, our household, it's Elf is a.
Oh yeah.
My daughter's got socks with the
All time.
sayings, and like Elf is a thing.
Really? Yeah. Yeah.
For me, I have to watch White Christmas every year and Meet
Yeah.
Me in St. Louis. Yeah, those are my two
Oh,
favorites.
love that. Love
Yes.
that. Well, I hope people think that this is going to be one of their favorite Christmas movies to watch. It brings all of that, I think.
Yeah,
And-
it really does. Yep.
You know, everybody, so many people watching these Christmas movies as they're rolling out with their families is really part of their tradition is to watch the new Christmas movies every year together.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that they roll all these movies out at this time of the year. You know, it's really exciting, I think, that people get to see a new Christmas movie and pick which one is going to be their favorite, because they do. They roll out so many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The DVR fills right on up.
I bet.
Yeah.
Very true. Julie, you're up.
Okay. What is your favorite holiday tradition that you do?
Favorite holiday tradition. I just love cooking with my mum.
Yeah.
Mum and I will write down a kind of menu for the day when it comes to Christmas Day. And a couple of days before, we will be planning and then prepping and then cooking all day. And that encompasses all the trials and tribulations of cooking with your mother, because I get a bit creative, and then she's like, "You're just gonna how about just follow the recipe?" Yeah, no. But then she adds her flair. So I think that's my favorite holiday tradition, I want to say. Yeah.
I love that.
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of cooking with your mom, do you have a favorite holiday food?
Oh, you know, it's tough because America has so many great holiday food snacks and choices. Here in Australia, we kind of just throw things on the barbecue, and we get a couple concoctions of drinks, and there's not really like a specific holiday food. But I remember being over in the States and trying the like the Christmas tree gingerbread cookies that they would make with the green icing.
Right.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, cookies or gingerbread cookies are kind of my go-to because I love that. Anything with gingerbread is just a yes to me. So I would love, in the movie we make, well, I don't, I'm off on a phone call, but they make some gingerbread houses, and they brought in real gingerbread. And I said, hey, could I have a go of that? And mine fell down more times than I can count. But I would have loved to have been able to make gingerbread houses when over here. But I just don't think it's cold enough to be able to do those really fun things that if you just put them out, they won't melt. They'll stay there. Whereas in Australia, if we baked or made things like that, they would melt instantly because of how hot it gets. Which is sad.
Gingerbread is such a huge part of our family's tradition. We I bake lots of dozens of gingerbread cookies. So.
Oh, Julie, can you send a few to me, please?
It makes the house smell so good. It's worth it.
I bet. Yeah.
Worth
but yeah,
it.
that's, I guess, yeah. I don't really pick a food, but I think it'd be that if I was to live over there.
Under Christmas food, I would actually probably prefer whatever you got going on the barbecue. So
yeah.
Right. Right. True.
I'm not as big on the traditional food.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, we throw a lot on there.
Yeah. That sounds great. Do you have a favorite holiday song?
Yeah, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, Michael Bublé.
Mm.
As soon as that comes on, yeah, I
Mm.
know where I am. It's like it puts me straight into Christmas mode. That'd be my favorite song, I think. Or the Frank Sinatra version is really
Yeah.
great as well. I love Frank. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Can't go
Mhm.
wrong with either version, honestly. So
No,
good. So tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
you can find me on social media on Mitchell Bourke _. That's on Instagram. And Twitter is Mitchell _Bourke. So that's where you'll find me. Yeah.
It will probably be hard for you to live tweet during the movie, but are you going to try?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be trying. Yeah. I'll be tweeting through the movie.
I
I
mean,
know that
there's
Adrian.
hilarious.
I know that Adrian, our director, was going off last time. Loved to tweet. Was loving the tweeting throughout the movie. So I will definitely be tweeting through the movie.
Perfect.
Right. But it's kind of
Yeah.
fun because it's evening for us while we're talking to Mitchell, but it is what time for you? Morning,
It is
right?
currently 10:30 in the morning.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We
On
love it.
Sunday, right? Yeah.
On Sunday. Yeah, it's Sunday right
Yeah.
now.
He's
So
next
it'll be
Far ahead
morning.
of us.
No,
So
I'm
far
not.
ahead. We're living in the past. We're living in the past.
Not
Like,
even. I'm
"Where's
really.
my
You get
Matt?"
to watch. You get to watch the movie before I do. So I'm a bit jealous of that.
Yeah. You've not seen it yet?
No, I have not. No, I have not seen it. Yeah, I've seen a lot of bits. I haven't seen the whole thing together. So I'm really excited to see the whole thing together. Yeah.
Well, we're
Well,
excited to watch
Go
it.
ahead.
So I was just going to say, why don't you tell everybody when and where it's going to air?
Well, it's airing this Saturday, the 26th of October, on the Great American Family Channel. So please tune into that.
Yeah,
Tune in
it'll
to
be on-
watch it.
Yeah, 8/7 Central.
Perfect.
8/7 Central.
Well, Mitchell, thank you so much for being here with us, and it was fun to catch up with you. And we're looking forward
Yeah.
to the royal. Wow, I cannot talk today. A Royal Proposal airing on Great American Family coming up this weekend. So thank you everybody for watching, and thank you again, Mitchell, for being here.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much for having me back.
Yes. Bye, everybody. Thank
Bye.
you.